Good evening, everyone. How are we all? Welcome to the preview show. Just Adam and myself tonight. There's lots of space tonight. Yes, Ryan is away working, so we won't see or hear from him tonight, unfortunately. Thank you to everyone who's already in the chat. Great to see you all.
Welcome you all back this week.
It's been a good week. How's your week been?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Like Steve, my boss, is back, so like
get
some time off, so that's been good. Got myself a little project, but
we'll keep that on the DL at the moment.
Yeah, so got a little project. So started that, a bit baby related. So I'm not the greatest at things like this, so it might turn out alright. Then again, it might not.
Maybe. So yes, Chris Manbridge is in the chat. He was just in the TikTok live earlier. Nice to see you, Chris. Stick around for the fantasy golf in a few minutes' time. It'd be nice to get a new name on the spreadsheet for Ryan to deal with. And if you could pick some random... Oh, audio's a bit weird. Okay. Echo. Right, okay, we can potentially sort that issue out. I reckon it's probably pulling in two sets of audio somehow. Okay, you continue talking, Adam, while I try and sort it.
Frantically going through preferences at this stage. So I hope you guys have had a good week too. Any questions for us this week, get those into the comments and we'll answer those as we go through. So how's your week been?
Oh, it's been good.
Yeah,
it's been good. It's been busy.
Yeah,
lots and lots.
Pretty much standard for
lots and lots of teaching going on at the moment. Anybody tell me if that is any better? I feel it won't be, but I'm not sure.
No,
we can see. It's been good. It's been the usual sort of super busyness of teaching and children, and obviously half term at the moment. So obviously trying to keep children entertained that aren't at school.
Every plate spinning.
Yeah. So the Cameron, my eldest, played round the 9, of course, today with his granddad, and nearly had an eagle. He can drive the 4th, which is a par 4 round ours, and he knocked it on the 4th, and then lipped out with his putt. So I think I'm going to just change this one setting, which I think will sort out the audio.
So if you haven't seen either video, so Simon released a video this week and I released a video tonight as well. So if you haven't seen either of those after obviously the previous show, check those out. Let us know what you think. Obviously yours was about said change to the facial features.
Yes, my glasses is obviously the big change this week. Everything is really crisp. It's lovely. I can see really well.
It
is. Yeah, it's so. Honestly, it's so bizarre about how my perspective has changed. How I suddenly feel really tall, which is bizarre because obviously I am.
I should
tall.
get a pair.
But, hopefully that's better on the audio. Let me tell us in the comments if it is. So yeah, that's obviously a big life change, and you cannot wear glasses with a mask on. Can't do it.
No,
can't do it. Just steams up. Can't see. So it's been interesting.
How's the coffee drinking with them on?
Coffee drinking's okay.
Steaming up.
Yeah, that's okay. But you can deal with that. You can deal with that. That's a minor issue, but yes, good. So hopefully the audio is sorted itself out now. So let's have a quick roundup of what happened last week. So obviously, where were we? Where were we last week?
Japan last week. So we were at the Zozo, and Mr. Matsuyama got it done.
He did get it done.
He absolutely ripped it.
He was so good.
Tee to green, so good. Yeah. And they were saying that obviously the green complexes and greens were a little bit like Augusta. So anybody that's won a Masters is going to do all right around that sort of golf course.
Yeah. So I always think it's an interesting trophy.
Yes.
Massive ring, circle ring.
Yeah.
But yeah,
not got too many names on it. Very new.
Yeah, new event.
So Mr. Woods' name's on it though. So
the course looked lovely.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's one of those where those that made the effort to get out there.
Yeah. Got rewarded.
Yeah, definitely got rewarded.
I quite like the fact that some of the guys that came off the golf course came in to do some commentary.
Yeah, that was nice. It's always nice to hear players' perspective that are actually playing in the event.
Yeah, like somebody's hitting a shot into a green, they're like, oh, this pin's really tuck this side. It's got a like, hard swell in front of it. That putt breaks more than you think it does, etc. So you really get an insight from the guys that are out there, like in the heat of the battle. So yes, I thought that was a really good insight. I like that they took the time, and it wasn't like, they would take this the right way. It wasn't like it was the lesser players that got invited to do it, and they went, yeah, I'd love to do it.
No.
It was actually like some of the top guys were out there and were in the booth.
Yeah, and it's always nice to hear the perspective of someone that's actually competing. You know, because that's, you know, it's all very well having people that have played there in the past and, you know, have historical knowledge. But yeah, for those that are actually in the heat of battle to come in the booth, it's all good. So let's go through the picks from last week, how everybody got on. Yes, we shall start at the bottom of the table. And yes, I thought I had an okay week, and then I came to look at my points.
I'm not in that one.
No, you're not in that. You never look at it before this moment, do you? You done fine. So looking at the bottom half, everyone was in positive points because there was no cut.
Yeah.
I got 5.96. Kempy, Stephen Phillips, who's been a new player this year, which is excellent.
Perfect.
Ryan, 12.5 points.
Sav's in it.
Sav doing well. If we go then to the top half of the table, you can see the four players. The 4 people that picked the winner.
Beat me, Dad.
There you go. So you had great scoring, but didn't quite pick the winner. It was
pretty good for me.
Some really good picks. The people that picked Matsuyama obviously have been highly rewarded.
I suddenly had a thought, like on Saturday evening.
Yeah.
I thought Ryan had picked Matsuyama.
Did you? Well, it was a good job he hadn't. He was all in on King Kang, which still got him some points. That leaves our leaderboard looking like this.
Told ya.
Which is quite close, because obviously 250 points for a win. You just have to get a win, and all of a sudden we're away at the races. And if we look at the people that actually know what they're talking about, leaderboard.
This is, if anybody's new here, this is the table to look at.
This is the table to have a look at. Mark McLaughlin leading the way.
Oh, he's going to be lording that over somebody.
He is. Glenn was obviously leading for quite a while. James Wade has snuck in there into second place.
Pecky's up there as well.
Yeah, Pecky's doing well. Kieran Headley, obviously our reigning champion, not doing quite so well.
Yeah.
Ryan has put in the comments, scoring is still in review.
Ooh, Stewart's inquiry.
It's controversial. No, it looks like it's all correct in terms of the actual order that it's in this spreadsheet. Just maybe some things going on.
Some things to come.
Some things to come. Ryan is still working on the spreadsheet because he is obviously working as well at the moment, and he is the spreadsheet man. So that's last week. Before we move on to this week, and we'll have a brief synopsis of the scoring so that anybody that is new can get involved and we can understand how to pick the points. But we better have a quick word from our very kind sponsor, Adam.
So Cutter Golf have been kind enough to support us, the channel, and this show. So we're going to hear a little bit from Cutter Golf right now.
Like that? Is it legal? I could use that.
This club is no joke. Thanks, guys.
15 years ago, I was watching a tournament and I saw Tom Watson hit a ball right up against a palm tree. Literally right next to a palm tree. And he couldn't stand and hit it normally. So he turned his back to the target and swung backwards. And he hit it within 3 feet. I raised the club eye level to my eye and it turned out like this. So I have this little model here. What I realized when the club swung through, it had a toe. It had a V shape like this. Why isn't there a club that has a V shape to it? After all my research, couldn't find anything. So that was my literal aha moment, said, I'm gonna make one.
Just how much face there is.
Yeah. We're talking more perimeter weighting, trying to keep it as square as possible for as long as possible through a multitude of different lines that you're going to hit this club from.
It's so easy to hit. It goes exactly where you...
We've got Cutter golf on our clothing.
Mm-hmm.
We've used it. We don't just like get these affiliations and then think like it's not going to be used. It has been in your bag.
It's been in my bag all year, and it will continue to be in my bag. I find it such an easy club to use, especially as an amateur left-handed, as a mid to low handicapper left-handed. I just find it so easy to just aim the thing square, and it just comes out, and it just honestly comes out of the thickest rough, comes out the sand really nicely, and really useful if there's a lot of rough on your golf course, and if you're not the straightest golfer in the world like me, it can be very useful. So let's move on now to this week's event. And Bermuda Championships.
Port Royal just looks
amazing.
Who wouldn't want to be there at this time of year?
Yes, definitely. Pictures coming through now.
Some of the most stunning views from the golf course. Some great wildlife in the waters around there as well. So often seeing those in the bay below you as you're playing that par 3 along the cliff edge. So it is just a stunning place to be. I'm sure the guys will enjoy themselves. I'm sure there'll be some great hospitality.
Yes, definitely. It's one of those where this time of year, little week in Bermuda, just.
If you said to somebody that the water was that colour, they wouldn't believe you.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? It almost looks like
it doesn't
fake,
look real. It doesn't look real, and it's it's a long way from the North Sea, which is obviously what we get to look at if we go to the coast.
Lovely.
Yes, Chris, they do. Yeah, the cutter wedges are definitely. It's one of those things you've got to just get these products in your hand, have a try of them. And see how you go with it.
Very different looking,
yes.
But once you get past the actual cosmetics of it, and that it doesn't look like your normal wedge, and it does actually do its job, though. That's the important thing.
Exactly. So let's move on to the event and the fantasy golf and how it all works. So essentially, what happens is you have 100 points to spend on up to 4 players. You can split the denominations around however you like, and what happens is if your player wins, you get a bonus of 250 points plus 100% of the odds times by how many points you've got on them. So if you put 100 points on someone that's 100 to 1, you get all of those points plus the 250 bonus points for them winning. It's pretty simple. If we go through our picks first of all, then we'll put the betting on the screen so you guys can have a little see. If you know what your bets are, guys, those that are regular players, go for that. Again, Andrew Joseph, I've just seen another new person in the chat. Fantastic. So we're having a few audio issues today, but that's just not unusual. It's not unusual for us. We do try. We're golf pros, we're not experts.
If you've got any of your picks, put those in the comments straight away and we'll get those across.
Yeah, it's just to help everybody else out. So Adam, do you want to do your picks first?
I don't actually know mine.
Okay.
So I'm just going to have a little check because mine were picked earlier on by my assistant here.
Your nephew.
So we were scrolling through and he was putting some selections in. So we've gone, we're doing 25 on each. I've got 4.
Yeah.
So I've got a 35 to 1 Russell Knox.
Yes.
At 60 to 1 Scott Stallings. I've got Boo Hustler at 80 to 1. And I've got
Paul McCartney.
I thought he was going to do it. So I've got Denny McCarthy.
Denny McCarthy.
At 45 to 1.
And can I just say, at this point, while you were reading those out, James Wade has got Russell Knox and Denny McCarthy. So, sorry, James. Sorry.
We're in sync.
You are in sync.
You and Arthur have had a word, one or the other.
Lucas, he's also got Lucas Herbert at 25 and Danny Lee 15 points. So, again, very, very good picks in there. If we go to mine, I've gone, again, for 4 players, slightly different distribution. So, I've gone 5 points on Russell Knox, 5 points on Danny Willett, 45 points on Cody Dribble, and 45 points on Mr. Cock. At 1,250 to 1, so I'm hoping he makes the cut. And yes.
Whoa.
Oh goodness, there's a Willett there as well.
Oh no, it's me dad. Oh, stop copying me.
He has picked his man crush as well. Thank you.
Yeah.
So David Trett in the chat here is Adam's father. So Danny Willett 25, Russell Knox 25, Scott Stalling 25. I hope Vijagas does well because we would curse the other 3 if you've picked the same as us. Sorry. Okay, so Ryan Harrington's picks, who's not in the chat. He's gone similar to me in the 5-5, 45, 45 bracket. He's gone 5 on Adam Hadwin, 5 on the big lefty Hank Lebioda, 45 on Luke Donald Duck, and 45 on Eduardo Romero, coming out of retirement at 70 years old. I'm guessing that's Andros Romero, which is good. Again, good to see him back at the top level.
You were saying, like, there's a lot of the European boys over in Bermuda, so it's that thing. Like, I'd love to see Luke Donald do well.
It would be great to see. Who's gone for... Richard Hodge has gone for somebody that I used to pick. I would like
Lipsky?
I would like to claim David Lipsky when he first came onto the European tour.
Yeah.
Way back, like 3 or 4 years ago, when we started the preview show. He was definitely one. He got picked. I remember standing on the 9-hole course at Berry talking about David Lipsky like I knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And then we've got Christian Bezadenhout.
Yes.
30. You got
Kiradek.
Appy
Barnrat. Yeah.
And
Chaka da Silva.
Oh yeah, I've
not heard of him.
Not heard of Chaka.
Chaka Khan. Brilliant. Okay, so
another person that won't be in the spreadsheet.
No, hopefully not. So for those of you that don't know, what we do now is we put the betting up on the screen. Oh, excellent. Ben Swanton is picking. So I'm going to just put the betting on the screen, then we'll talk about some of the other picks that we've got coming in through the chat. So if you're new, here comes the betting, so you can have a look through. So I'm going to leave each page on the screen for about 20 seconds. So Ryan Rosansky, first of all, has gone Russell Knox, Dylan Fratelli, Adam Hadwin, and Matt Fitzpatrick, all 25 points each. So he's gone all up the top end of the leaderboard with a lot of people who are quite low odds, hoping to hedge his bets on a win. And one of the things that has been discussed this week, we had an email from one of our regular commenters, contributors, about a suggestion to the point scoring. We've taken that on board. We're having a look at the point scoring system. We're going to potentially trial some bits and pieces over the next few weeks in a view to reset when they go to Hawaii for the Tournament of Champions in January, to stick it there for the rest of the season. Just the thought was that the potential bonus for winning is a little high. It was a little low last season, and we think it's gone a bit the other way. So you got some picks in there from Ben Swanson.
So he's gone Mito Pereira, 50, and Danny Willett.
Oh, that's 50. I'm pleased that I've got Danny Willett if Ben Swanson has got Danny Willett. What I'm going to do, just for ease of Ryan later on, Ben Swanson did what? Sorry?
Mito Pereira.
50?
Yeah.
And Willett 50?
Yeah.
And I'm just going to put
Pereira.
Oh, there's only one letter out.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else in there that we need to go on
Not
there?
as yet.
I don't think so. I think
I'll text a few people.
Yeah, text a few away. So yeah, it looks like most of the usual contributors. So Chris Manbridge or Andrew Joseph, if you want to have a go now, that would be fantastic. If you want to just message us and talk through it either on Instagram or something like that, we can DM and chat through. It'd be great to have you making some picks this week. Would be fantastic.
I can't find Adzi.
Is he not nowhere near the top of your chat? That's disappointing. So Marcus Lee is saying that he's going to ping his and Dommy's over later. He's having a busy evening, and that's fine. And that's one of the things with us doing the show on a Tuesday night. You guys have obviously got a little bit more time to get your picks in. Here we go. Chris Manbridge is in. Fantastic.
Good man.
Yes, so Danny Willett, Lucas Herbert, Matt Fitzpatrick and Russell Knox.
He'll learn.
Yeah, he'll learn not to copy us. And I think
pick someone.
Yeah, don't pick us. Don't pick the same as us. But I think we'll do you an even spread of 25 points across each player for this week. That gets you in. And then come back and tune in next week, see how you got on and see how the points work. And just join in. It's a bit of fun every single week. It makes it much more interesting when you're watching the event, because what I do is probably the same as you. I star the players on the tour app that I've picked, and any random ones that you guys have picked, I think, it'd be quite good to. So I normally have about 6 or 7 players starred, and then it's just.
And it's all good because when they start the next week, you've got you've got about 15 people started. You're like, no, don't need him.
Unstar them. And it is honestly, it is so much fun. We've really enjoyed really enjoyed doing it.
It has been good, hasn't
And again, it's
It's evolved quite a bit from where it started all those years ago.
It has, and I think that's
we started with pound coins, slided back and forth between me and you.
Sliding. I think the pots for the pound coins are still around.
Yeah,
they're probably in reach somewhere because I've moved the bookcase this week while I've set this area up for a bit of a studio so we can hit some shots with the little one in here who is desperate to just hit golf balls and stand in goal and have balls kicked at him all day. Quite happy.
Perfect.
So it's all good. So I think that pretty much wraps us up for this evening.
Yes.
Thanks for joining in. If you haven't put your picks in, Glenn Taylor, because I can see you in the chat and I haven't seen any picks from you.
And considering his options now, he probably was going to pick Russell Knox. Now he doesn't want to.
I haven't seen any picks from Mark McLaughlin either, or Kieran Headley either. So hopefully they'll come through in the next few hours or so.
If not, we'll see you guys in a little bit.
Indeed, those Patreons, we're going to have a little chat with you guys afterwards. As always, that's massive thank you to the Patreons. We'll be able to thank them in person shortly. Got quite interesting things to talk about this evening. And Ryan's put in here, if anyone wants to pick after the live, feel free to comment on the video. If you're watching this back on catch up and you managed to stick around this long with the audio out of sync, we're going to have to figure out what that is, because we don't have that issue every week.
No.
And yet the setup is the same, so I'm not quite sure why we're having that issue tonight, but there we go.
Never mind. There's always something.
One of those things you can't always tell.
Wouldn't be the show without a little glitch.
It's just a little glitch in there. It's all good. So yes, thank you very much for tuning in. See you next week, Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. More videos to come this week. I've started my schedule of releasing a video every Monday. You're going to be doing some more short videos, so that's probably going to be a weekly thing as well. Probably, again, maybe a Tuesday or a Wednesday night just to tie in when you get a chance to make some stuff.
Yes.
And Mark is busy working. Oh, here we go. McLaughlin is in just before we go.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Russell Knox and Danny Willett. He's gone for his babe, 40 points, and he's gone for his own namesake, McLaughlin, who I'm pretty certain that is not going to be in the spreadsheet. And if that's the case, that's brilliant, Mark. Thank you so much.
There's far too many people picking Russell Knox.
Yeah, so
you're all going to learn, it's going to go wrong.
Well, we both picked Russell Knox, didn't we?
Yep.
So this
is bad.
It's not good. And Ryan didn't pick Knox, no, he picked Adam Hadwin. Good. No. Okay, on that note, we shall see you next week. Patreon guys, just stay tuned for a link coming your way. We'll see you over on Zoom in a minute. Good evening, guys.
Have a good one.
Bye.